Hey guys, hello and welcome to another random reviews. This is probably gonna be a quick one. So, long story short, some time ago, I made this leg holster. Okay, so I was just trying to figure out a way to make a leg holster. I actually want one, and the moment I get the money to buy a high quality one, it's something that I'm gonna invest some cash in the moment that I can do it. But in the meantime, I have this uh, nylon holster just sitting around. So I decided to play around with it and see if I could turn it into a leg holster, which you can actually do it. These things they come. I actually have a nylon leg holster that came like that I didn't have to do anything to it. Well, I did something to it, but it's not a biggie. Kind of like a little what do you say? Just a little upgrade so that it's easier to unhook because these leg holsters they need to have some kind of retention. That one has the strap that goes over, and I added just a little piece of plastic so that when you click it, it kind of like bounces back and you can pull the gun out. I'll show it to you at some point maybe. But with this one, I just had the holster per se. So the rest I made from scratch. So I used and there's a video. The thing that I think it's in Spanish. I don't know if I'm gonna do it again in English. And again, like I always say, if I ever get interested in the things that I'm recording, I will, record them again. But in the meantime, I don't think I will because nobody watches my videos. Uh, so anyway, I did this. I bought this is a waste basket. So I kind of like did the design for the leg that I want. I added some padding from. I had this backpack playing around with a nice padding that I was not using. So I took those straps and I just attached them there with screws. So it has a fantastic padding that I will show in the pictures at the end of the video so you can see. I painted it a little bit, kind of like this I don't know, brown earth something, but I didn't put a lot of emphasis in the paint job, so it's peeling off. I probably will retouch it, probably not. It looks cool to me if you ask me. So what I wanted to show you is this system that I try to come up with. So as you can see, this is a piece of plastic that is attached to the holster with screws. There's two little bolts, and the screws come from the inside to the outside. And here are two push buttons. I took another piece of the same waste basket and I did a little strap that goes all the way. And with the buttons, you just secure the holster like so. It's not like really like easy or automatic or what have you, but it keeps the holster in place. I mean, it keeps the gun in place. I'm sorry. So in order for me to draw, all I would need to do is just and it's very intuitive. So I just put my finger there, and maybe you can see it. Just do that. It pops off. So to look it again, I just push it down and it falls in place. So if I wanted to draw, just do this. You just pull the gun out. No resistance whatsoever. Even though that little piece of plastic is there, there's no resistance to pull the gun out. So you just make sure your trigger finger is in the right position so that it doesn't touch the trigger when you pull your gun out. And it comes out nicely. Just to put it back in, you just push it in. This is too big, so it doesn't fit inside the trigger guard. So there is not the real possibility for it to engage with the trigger while holstering your gun. Because again, it's bigger, and you know, when I think that if I practice enough, I'll be able to kind of like put it back with more ease. But again, this doesn't have to be like really quick. If you pull out, you shoot, bang, 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 put your gun back in, and then you just, you know, secure it and lock it back in place. That's it. I don't know. I think it works. At least for me, it works until I can get the moolah to get something better. Okay, that's it. God bless you all. Random Review signing out. Okay, so let's go to this portion of the video where I'm going to show you what I did. Let me transition the screen real quick. And this is, and again, I'm going to leave the pictures at the end of the video so you can look at them, the end titles and everything else. So this is the template that I drew for the base that I was going to use for the holster per se. This is the shape that I liked. I honestly can't remember where I got it from. I think it was, I kind of like, how you say that? I just came up with it. I like the design. I saw, I may have seen it somewhere, I may not, I can't remember. But I just drew this shape where you can use any shape you like. This was supposed to, or this is supposed to help you draw the shape on the plastic or the material you're going to use for the base for your leg holster. So this is the original thing. Once finished, I'm going to show you several pictures from different angles. Okay, so as you can see, as I mentioned on the main video, I used screws. These are called Chicago screws. So the bolt is a little tube that goes through the piece on the back and is blind, so meaning that it doesn't have any flathead or screwdriver shape here, hex or what have you. So you can only screw from one side. These are pretty good to for these kind of projects because they look nice, they look clean. That's why I chose them. However, I couldn't find many of them, so I used other types of screws. So this is a regular screw that has a little regular bolt on the back, and I use a little washer, like a high depth washer, I think they're called, to kind of like serve as a better hold for the back piece. And these screws are holding the straps that are gonna wrap around your leg when you put in the holster on. And on the inside, and you're gonna see that from the back too, I also added screws to hold the holster in place. So this thing is screwed onto the plastic to make it harder for it to come off. Here's another side angle, and this is just a regular nylon holster. However, this particular one, I think it has a little vinyl on it, like on the inside, so it's harder. But you can do the same thing with just a regular vinyl holster if you like. Also, and you won't see this on this pictures, I added a piece of plastic here. So using the same material that I used for my leg holster, if you see the video, this is what I replaced. So this is plastic now. Originally I was going to leave it like that, but I need this to just come off completely, move out of the way so that you can draw your firearm without thinking about this getting tangled in between the trigger and the trigger guard and that kind of thing. So this is what I replaced. I removed this whole thing and I added the plastic thing that you saw in the video. That plastic cover actually holds the gun in place and it's easier for me to draw. So you can see, same thing here, screw. And this is what I was talking to you about. This is from a backpack that I had. It has this cushions here, which are kind of good. for your leg. It's comfortable. It's not gonna bother you. And the screws that I was telling you about, these screws over here are not only holding this piece in place, but they're also holding the holster to the plastic and then to the straps on the back. Same here. And here I didn't need them, but they're under this piece. You see one over here. I added it there to hold the holster in place. And then later on, I struggle with this word in English. I saw it or sewed this together so that they're like one piece. And when you remove them, it's easier for me to get them from behind my leg and kind of like hook them into this other pieces over here to clip them in place, because they're one piece now, if it makes sense. And I only left the sizing on one side, so you can make this longer, like if you need more space. Close up, same thing. Oh, and this I bought I didn't have to buy the nylon, because this comes with this paddings. I did buy these pieces over here, this and that, on Amazon. This is the holster after painting. So what I did is, once I was done with it, I just removed everything and I painted it, and then I just plugged it back in. And I didn't paint this because at this time I was thinking that I needed to remove this piece from there. Let me see, I think this is the last picture. Okay, so on the side, same thing. I added a little toothpaste to these two screws so that they didn't get painted. No particular reason. Oh, this little strip over here I added because I wanted to add an additional way to make the holster not to move on my leg. But after I was done, this is all that I needed. I actually don't need this, but I didn't remove it just in case. I may use it, I may not, but it's an additional thing for you to make the holster hold onto your leg and not move around, and it doesn't move around. So I'm quite happy with the end result. Same thing on the other side. This is a video. But those are videos from the original upload that I did on my first video about this, which is in Spanish. I can record another video with a little more detailed explanation on questions that you may or may not have if I'm asked. If not, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I want to make a side note by showing you this. I'm not suggesting for you to do this. I'm not telling you that this is actually a good idea. None of that. This is something that I wanted to do, and because I enjoy creating stuff and building things. And I am not saying that I'm not gonna use it or to go train with it, or that I will use it either. I just have it and it works. For me, it works. But I strongly suggest that if you want a leg holster, buy something that is of high quality. Because with holsters and that kind of thing, you need something that works, that is made by a company, and that you can actually track down and see reviews on it and make sure that it works. However, for you to be able to fabricate things like this, even if you never use them, even if it's just for fun, it can only be said, I would only say more power to you, because you never know the situation in which we may find ourselves in, that you may need to repair that $250 quality holster that you purchased some time ago, and that it's been working perfectly for you until it doesn't. like everything else, because everything man-made will break at some point in time. And I guess that's it. I have nothing left to say for now. God bless you all, guys. And the reviews. Signing out.